Hey everybody, this is IMAXNation1980 here, and this is my second stab at doing a vlog series. Anyways, what you're looking at is my stepdad's file room, and I kind of turned it into sort of a, a hangout room. And this is the only VCR we have in the house, so it's been down here this whole time, and I'm finally putting it to use again. As you can see there, Disney VHS collectors. I'm rolling K9 Commando. As you can see, 1986 VHS release. Unfortunately, there are no remotes for either the TV or the VCR, so this is not the best setup in the world. But, it'll do. It'll do. The other problem is, this TV, like, the aspect ratio is all off. Logically, this should be like a square image. Like, there should be like black pillars here. You know, because the VHS tapes are in that aspect ratio, unless they're like letterboxed or widescreen editions. And this TV doesn't do that. Like, I checked the menu settings and it doesn't quite do that. But, you know, I like watching films in their original aspect ratio. I don't like when they stretch them like that, or they like scrunch them or anything. Yeah, this is I think this is Private Pluto. This is a good one. Actually, all the cartoons on this compilation are good. My favorite being the Army mascot. And of course, got my computer there, and that's just stuff. Just, stuff that has nothing to do with me. But yeah, this is my new room, and you're probably wondering, where is that Blu-ray update? I've got quite a few Blu-rays to show you, so why not make the Blu-ray update part of the vlog? Anyways, this Blu-ray update is long overdue, and as you can see, I got quite a few here, and I got these as far back as February when Jungle Book came out. So, let's get started. This is the Diamond Edition of the Jungle Book, and in case you were wondering, no, I am not going to pick up the Diamond Edition of Sleeping Beauty. There's not enough stuff on there for me to double dip. Maybe when the price goes down, I'll pick it up. Like, there are a couple new things, but I don't really feel the need to get it. How is the Diamond Edition of the Jungle Book? Well, it's okay. It's a bit of a letdown, because you know me, I'm crazy about bonus features. And they did port over, like, they ported a lot of bonus features over from the Platinum Edition DVD, which was an excellent 2-disc set, like the other Platinum Editions. However, I have one minor issue with this release. On the Platinum Edition, there was this really cool bonus feature. It was the demos for all the songs that weren't used. Because, in case you didn't know, before Robert and Richard Sherman penned the songs for this movie, they had Terry Gilkyson write the songs. And the only song of his that made it into the finished film was The Bare Necessities, but they significantly rewrote The Bare Necessities. These songs were written back when Bill Peet, master storyman at Disney, was handling the story for the Jungle Book before Walt essentially, like, him and Walt disagreed on things, and then Bill Peet left the project. His version of Jungle Book was a lot different from the finished film. It was a lot closer to the Kipling stories. And Terry Gilkyson wrote some of the songs, and they recorded the demos for them, and those can be heard on the 2007 DVD, and those are some really cool things, like really good pieces of history. They're not on this, and there's a couple other bonus features that they didn't keep. However, the Jonas Brothers music video that, was maybe relevant back in 2007 was kept. They didn't keep the historic song demos, but they kept the Jonas Brothers music. Are the Jonas Brothers even relevant anymore? I didn't think so. I thought they went out of style 5 years ago. I never liked the Jonas Brothers to begin with, and I hate to be, the ranting type, but come on. They couldn't keep those song demos. It was just the audio set to a picture or concept art. I mean, yeah, there's the original DVD I can always go back to, but come on, with the amount of space Blu-ray can hold, they should put it on there. And also, the picture quality was kind of a step down. I mean, from what I can understand, Disney has been using digital noise reduction. I mean, some of you, you know, Blu-ray and video aficionados, you could probably help me with this, because I'm probably getting my terminology all wrong here, but it seems like what they call scrubbing, it does look like the film has been scrubbed. And if you look at the Blu-rays for The Sword in the Stone and Mickey's Christmas Carol, it's much worse. It's like, why are they restoring their films this way? Blu-ray is the best physical media format so far, and this is what they do? I mean, no offense, but some shots, like some scenes, it looks like the film has been run through a washing machine or something. Sword in the Stone and Mickey's Christmas Carol are even worse. Aristocats looks kind of bad too. Robin Hood, for some reason, dodged the bullet. Robin Hood looks fine. I just hope they don't do this to 101 Dalmatians, which is the last Xerox movie that they have to release on Blu-ray in North America. It's on Blu-ray in the UK, has been since 2012, so maybe they won't screw it up. I don't really need to show you the disc artwork because, well, there isn't any disc artwork. All the big studios, they're just moving away from disc artwork. Alright, moving on. Sony Pictures Animation's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and this is the old Blu-ray release from 2010, I believe. Maybe this is a re-release. I think it's the original 2010 release. Now, a good friend of mine, his name is Chris Cookson. We're friends on Twitter. He's an animator. Definitely follow him if you have a Twitter or if you have YouTube. He's on YouTube. He asked me when I announced that I got this, how come I didn't get the 3D version? Because I have a 3D TV, but this is a very long story, and I don't think I told him this, but we got a 3D TV last year for our family room. It's a very nice Samsung 3D TV, but what happened was we got a big screen TV for the basement, and it's not a 3D TV, and I figured, you know, we're going to watch all our movies on that rather than the TV in the family room. So we moved the Blu-ray 3D player downstairs. Now, I'm saving up to get a PS4, so until then, the 3D Blu-ray player is going to be down there, and I'm probably going to end up regretting this purchase. But I just wanted to get the film at a good price. And since this is a 2010 Blu-ray release, yeah. Artwork. Isn't that shocking? Disc artwork. And Sony, they're usually good. I mean, Sony invented Blu-ray. They put artwork on the reverse side of the cover artwork. I like how they go that extra mile. I mean, even the DVD has artwork. That's just awesome. But yeah, an old Blu-ray release. I mean, it's almost 5 years old. The film is almost 5 years old. Isn't that crazy? And here we've got Oblivion, a sci-fi film starring Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman. Though, the thing is, the marketing played up Morgan Freeman, and Morgan Freeman, spoiler alert, doesn't really appear until much later in the film. And I saw this in theaters, and I thought it was okay when I saw it. I like the look of it because it was directed by Joseph Kosinski, who was the director of Tron Legacy, and I don't care what the script is like in Tron Legacy, I absolutely love that film. And likewise, this film had a kind of a, like the script wasn't all there, but visually it was great. The ideas in it were really good. There's a lot of great classic sci-fi elements in it that I really, really liked. Do I recommend it? Well, if you're into science fiction, definitely. It does drag quite a bit. The pacing is one of the worst things about it. But if you're on board for this kind of stuff, yeah, definitely check it out. It's very well made. And I got it for a very good price, so I just picked it up. Yeah, Universal doesn't do artwork anymore either. They do see-through discs. Here's a good one. Gravity. Now, I saw this in theaters as well in IMAX 3D, of course. The best way to see it. And yes, this was really, really good. Very, very good. I actually haven't seen it since the cinemas, but I hope to watch it soon. I plan to watch it with my whole family. They need to see this. It's just really, really good. And what I like about it is it's got something in it for everyone. It's very simple. You know, the concept, the story is very, very simple, but yet it's pulled off in such a wonderful way. The visuals, the way it's filmed, the way it's directed, you know, it swept a lot of the technical categories at the Academy Awards. It deserved them all. It's just a really, really, really good movie. And the 3D was some of the best I've seen. I mean, usually with 3D, they just shoot the movie and then they post-convert it to 3D just so they can, just so they can get an extra, like a big gross, because, you know, 3D ticket prices are insanely high. But the people behind this movie, director Alfonso Cuarón, he really did a fine job with this. Like, the 3D was some of the best I've ever seen in a film, and I saw it in IMAX 3D. I felt like I was up in space, and some of the debris that flies by in some scenes, you feel like it's actually there, like it's actually coming out of the screen at you. Really, really good stuff. And, like any good 3D Blu-ray cover, this is a lenticular sleeve. Yes, very, very, very good movie. Definitely check it out if you haven't. And here we got Thor the Dark World. And when I saw this in theaters, I thought it was one of the weaker Marvel Cinematic Universe films, but the more I watch it, the more I like it. It's got some problems. There was a director change early on in production. There were script rewrites when it was filming, and it shows. They cut a lot of stuff out. Like, there's some deleted scenes on here, and if you watch them, you might just think, they should have put that in the movie. But, for what it's worth, it is good. It's got a lot of thrills, it's got a lot of action. And like all the other Phase 2 Marvel films, it raises the stakes. And there's, of course, all these little hints that have to do with future Marvel Cinematic Universe films, especially the post-credit scene, well, actually the mid-credit scene. Oh, why am I showing the artwork? There's no artwork. Again, because Disney owns Marvel, all the Marvel releases are the same as Disney's, in that they have no artwork on the disc whatsoever. But this was, I think, a pretty decent film. It definitely isn't great. It's got problems. I think the first Thor is a cut above it, but it is a more than serviceable entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and there are some elements in it that I really, really like. It's just, sometimes it feels rushed, and sometimes the story feels a bit undercooked. So hopefully, whenever they get around to making Thor 3, they improve upon the flaws in this one and the first film. But yeah, check it out. If you like Marvel movies in general, check it out. But if you're looking for some solid action, yeah, give it a watch. And finally, we got The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. Don't mind this squeaky chair. I know, it's pain. There's always something making a noise. We got The Hobbit here, The Desolation of Smaug, the 3D edition, and like the first Hobbit Blu-ray, the cover is lenticular. And this time we got Thorin on the cover. And I actually like this better than The Hobbit and Unexpected Journey. I understand that the Hobbit films are very divisive. Some people like them, some people don't like them, some people are just kind of on them. I personally enjoy them. Sure, they're not, you know, as good as the original trilogy, but I think there's stuff to like in them. And I particularly like this one because the pacing was a lot smoother, and it was just, it didn't feel as long as the last one, even though it was just as long. It's just, pacing can really make a difference, and with this film, there's a lot of action in it. Again, this is one big movie split into 3 parts, and part 1 was just setting up stuff, and the third part is like the long action set piece in the middle of the big movie. And I especially love the way it ends, too. Spoiler, the film has a cliffhanger ending where Smaug, the dragon, he's flying towards the city, and he's like, I am fire, I am death. And then you see Bilbo and all them, oh no, what have we done? And then it just cuts to black, and I just remember when I saw that in the theaters, the audience was it was dead silent, and then like I heard a couple people go like, "What?" It was like, that was such a cool ending. Like, I mean, I like when movies do that when it's justified, of course, but I mean, there's some movies that do it and they're not very inspired when they do it. But this one, yeah, I like the cliffhanger ending in it. So, if you haven't seen the Hobbit films, but you like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I'd say give them a chance. See what you think of them. I don't think they're as bad as some people make them out to be. I don't think they're great by any means, but I think they're pretty competently made films, and they have their high points. So, yeah. This one is a knockout. I absolutely loved Smaug. I mean, everything down to the CGI, to the voice acting, it was Benedict Cumberbatch. It was just really, really good, so yeah. Thanks for watching this vlog/Blu-ray update. This is IMAX Nation 1980, signing off.